Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Healing affirmations for your soul. I am Kim Warner, and we're talking about breaking the loop. In life, there are mental loops that we all play a part of. That loop means that subconsciously we're on autopilot doing things without thinking about what we're doing. Some things we do them very well on autopilot, and some things we don't do very well. Right now, a lot of people are looking at relationships, and relationships is what makes the world go round, really, when you think about it. You can have someone that is obstinate in a relationship, partnership, work relationship, in the political arena, and you can have someone that is peaceful. When you have peaceful and obstinate, what the equation gives is chaos. In order to break the loop, we all become accountable for our behavior. That means that if I have an obstinate idea or thought towards everything that's presented to me, I may look at the fact that I'm always obstinate. I'm always the person that's bringing opposition. And it's okay to bring opposition if we are in a thinking mode and we're brainstorming. But when it is because maybe we have low self esteem, we think that we're the only one with good ideas, and that we don't trust people, this is where we have to go within ourselves and begin to look at what's going on with us as an individual. As an individual, we show up in the world with individuals, with marriages, with friendships, with partnerships. And that means the best part of me is necessary for the success. In most cases, I don't think that people understand that they're in a loop. Because if they're in a loop, what they see in most cases is that it's somebody else is causing the problems for them. They even give up on situations because they just don't want to change anything about themselves, and others are there having to do the work. And this is what you see continuously in life. But what you see is individuals looking outside of themselves instead of looking inside of themselves. They're looking outside of themselves because that's what they're used to. The game of life has taught us to look outside. It's taught us to become consumers. It's taught us to thrive and, to beat each other at life. What is life if you're beating one another? What is life if you don't look at bringing life together? When you bring life together, you unite. In most cases, a man and a woman can have a child, and that's a beautiful thing. If you nurture that relationship, even where there's challenges, you don't give up, then you break cycles. Because most of the time, some of these same people that have relationship challenges, they can't keep, a woman or a man in their life. They've seen it in their lives with their parents. And so the idea of life is to overcome the issues that you have. But you cannot look at other people's issues and say that they're wrong. You got to look at your own issues. So breaking the loop means that I break the loop on poverty. I have to learn something new. I have to learn how to save money, how to make it and how to save it, how not to get in debt. Breaking the loop on relationships means that I have someone that understands before we even get connected that we're going to work this out. Whatever communication issues there are, whatever inferiority complexes we have, we're going to bear our inner self with each other and trust each other enough to work through that thing. And that's where loops are broken. A person that cannot keep a job, the same. You're going to work at finding out what it is that you love to do so that you can break that cycle of unemployment. Right now, a lot of people are unemployed, but a lot of people are creating jobs. 2020 brought in a time where people really began to think. And many of people begin to transform their lives. That's what life is about. Whatever isn't working for you, you can transform it. We find people throwing things away, sabotaging their lives, professions, relationships, sabotaging because they don't want to put in the work. And that's okay. But when you come to that day and you ask yourself, what is it that's really going on with me? You want to look at the fact that you kept moving and you didn't sit down to try and find out what was going on with you when you sabotaged the situation, when you ran away from something because you just felt like it wasn't working for your good. What about what is, how it's supposed to work for everyone's good, how it's supposed to work for all included, a family, how it's supposed to work for the children, the mother and father, a profession, how it's supposed to work for the team, not just for the owner. We have to begin to think like this. And as we begin to think like this, we begin to prosper and grow, because one monkey can spoil the whole bunch. One monkey can. But when the other monkeys get wise enough, they begin to let that monkey know that it's not a part of the team anymore. If you're not a team player, you can't play. That means if you can't take constructive criticism, grow, become accountable, then you can't play. That's how you build your team. It's how you build your family. You come in, you understand that you have flaws. We all do. And if someone isn't able to take constructive criticism, they can't be a family player or a team player. They can't be a community player because they're not willing to grow. They're not willing to look beyond where they've been to see where they can go. The illusion is a place where people have experiences that are a loop. They just keep doing the same thing, like the children of Israel going around the mountain. It's called being stuck. Well, if you want to break the cycle today, I have myself and constituents that do coaching, and I do have some therapists. If you need mental health help, you got diagnosis, I have people that you can work with, and you just have to reach out to me at kim.warner27@gmail.com. Some people have settled within themselves that it's just okay for me to be this way and not change. Well, if you feel like you want to make a change and you're ready to do the work, email me, okay? And so we're breaking the loop of illusions, the loop of fear and worry, the loop that I can never, ever be better than what I am, the loop within that speaks negative things. We're breaking that loop. It's one thing to live externally and people are praising you and they see all of your material things and your wealth, but what about when it all is gone? What are the people going to say when you lose all of that? Is your character honorable? Do you live in a place of authenticity? Do you know what authenticity is? Are you accountable for your emotions and emotional intelligence showing up with others? You see, breaking the loop, becoming conscious of the actions that you take, how you show up and present yourself to people, how you treat people. Do you need to break a loop on demising people and making them feel bad? Did something happen to you when you were a child? Were you bullied? Were you molested? Did someone make you feel less than, and so you grew up and you said, I'll never, ever be in that position, so you began to act like the bully or the molester? Email us. You guys have a wonderful day. Let 2022 be the greatest work of your life, meaning that you put in the effort to change who you are so that change can show up in your life all around you and you can manifest on greater levels. Be blessed and thank you for listening. Share this with someone that is in need. Bye-bye.